channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. And ta-da, it's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with another reaction video.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
We about to get into some more topics. This one should be pretty interesting. It's a little history lesson, I guess you can say. So let them know, what are we going to react to today?
Okay, the video is titled, How Racism Created Black Democrats. And shout out to the channel, One Mic History.
One Mic History, man. Shout out to One Mic History for teaching this history lesson, or finding this history lesson. Let's jump right into it, man. But before we do, everybody that's out there who has not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your phone notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And then comment down below, baby.
Come on.
Come and join the squad,
yes.
man.
Half and J.
You did. Plus, you ever kicking off what?
Good
vibes, baby. Good vibes. Boom.
Have you ever wondered why Black Americans vote so heavily Democratic? Well, from 1877 to 1960, the Democratic Party held a virtually unchallenged grip on the politics of the South in a period known as the Solid South. This control would begin to loosen as the Democratic Party would gradually shift its position on black civil rights. 1964 to 1994, the South underwent a gradual transition from the Democratic Party to a Republican stronghold. Democrats and Republicans in the past were not as ideologically unified as they appear today. There was a time when there were conservative Democrats, especially in the South, and liberal Republicans. During the 1930s, Franklin Roosevelt created the New Deal coalition in his efforts to combat the Great Depression, unifying labor unions, rural Southerners, and different minority groups under a collective force to support his agenda. His administration even recruited some liberal Republicans to that coalition, resulting in the formation of the Black Cabinet, which was a group of black leaders who served as policy advisors to the president. Simultaneously, a conservative coalition emerged, consisting of conservative Democrats, especially in the South, and some conservative Republicans. These two coalitions remained active into the 1960s, prompting some Southern Democrats to switch over to the Republican Party. This dynamic led to a more progressive Democratic establishment in conflict with the conservative Southern voting bloc in matters such as race and social welfare. After the 1948 presidential election, President Harry Truman made an explicit appeal to new civil rights measures before Congress, including voting rights protections, a federal ban on lynching, and bolstering civil rights laws. Because of this, he faced a break from Southern Democrats, who formed the states' right Democratic Party under Southern Governor Strom Thurmond. Strom Thurmond's ticket won almost 1 million votes and 39 electoral votes taken in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina. Nonetheless, Harry Truman was successful in winning the election with 77% of the black vote, and the number of African Americans identifying as Democrats would progressively increase. This surge of black solidarity for the Democratic Party led to an electoral advantage for the party and the implementation of racially progressive policies. This shift caused white segregationists to consider a third-party presidential bid, indicating they were searching for a new political home. This exhibited some of the first major weakenings of the Solid South, and in the 1952 and 1956 election, Dwight Eisenhower's GOP began to make further inroads into the South. Southern Democrats were instrumental in the segregationist movement opposing black civil rights during this period. Virginia Governor Harry Byrd established the Massive Resistance Campaign to combat school desegregation, and 99 Southern Democrats endorsed the Declaration of Constitutional Principles that was...
Is it just me? Or is he talking kind of fast?
He's talking fast.
Kind of fast, huh? I'm trying to comprehend everything he's saying before he moves on to the next thing, but it's like, damn.
And 99 Southern Democrats endorsed the Declaration of Constitutional Principles that was the Southern Manifesto, an objection to desegregation initiative. Strom Thurmond ran an individual filibuster of the 1957 Civil Rights Act, which lasted over 24 hours, and notable segregationist figures such as George Wallace of Alabama and Ross Barnett were both Southern governors. During the 1960 election, Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy had similar perspectives on civil rights. Nixon garnered almost a third of the African American vote, but it's important to realize that majority of African Americans resided in the South where they could not exercise their right to vote. Also during the 1960 election, frustrated Southern electors from 14 states that had cast their ballots for John F. Kennedy during the presidential election declined to cast their vote for him, instead voting for Harry Byrd, who wasn't even a candidate. This election marked the last time a presidential candidate was able to receive more than 15% of the African American vote. In 1968, the presidential election saw another major shift into the South as the region continued to abandon the Democratic Party. Only Texas, the home state of Democratic nominee Hubert Humphrey, voted for him in this election. George Wallace, running on a campaign of only white supremacy for the American Independent Party, was successful in gaining 10 million votes and 46 electoral votes in 5 southern states: Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. After 1968, the South would continue to support Republican candidates, voting for Richard Nixon in 1972, Ronald Reagan in 1980 and 1984, and Bush in 1988. Meanwhile, African Americans were already heavily voting for Democrats. At no point after 1936 did a Republican candidate get more than 45% of the black vote. The GOP would then employ the Southern strategy to capitalize on racial tensions and gain a crucial foothold in the South. This strategy, developed by political strategist Kevin Phillips and implemented in Richard Nixon's election campaign in 1968 and 1972. See, in 1965, the enfranchisement of black voters in the South and the strong support of the Democratic Party caused conservative white Southerners to lean even further towards the Republican Party. Additionally, the party began to use coded language such as law and order and states' rights to target conservative white Southerners who were resentful of the racial integration and fearful of urban unrest. Despite this, many Southern Democrats still won state and congressional elections, most significantly less dramatic election for governor in Georgia in 1966. However, the progressive and multiracial Democratic Party establishment, coupled with the successes of Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan's administration, gradually moved conservative politicians in the South more towards the Republican Party. This all culminated in the Republican Revolution in 1994, when the South became a firmly Republican region. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party strengthened its bond with the black voters, leading to groundbreaking establishments such as the election of Douglas Wilder as the first black governor in the United States. Even Jesse Jackson's 2 unsuccessful presidential campaigns in 1984 and 1988 were instrumental in producing the necessary amendments to the Democratic Party's platform, further increasing the number of black representatives, mayors, and other elected officials. As a result of all of this, identity politics has now become fully entangled with partisanship. The Republican Party is now attracting more white voters than ever, while black voters have become increasingly connected to the Democratic Party. What if I told you the story about how these two actually became friends? Well, in September 4th, 1957, 9 black students were attempting to integrate Little Rock Central High School. They were known as the Little Rock Nine. One of those students was Elizabeth Eckford. Elizabeth Eckford at the time did not have a house phone, but she was unaware of the other 8 students' plans to enter on the other side of the school with an escort of ministers. So she entered on the wrong side of the school and had to walk in alone. During that time, a group of white students surrounded her as she was walking in and began screaming 2468, "We don't want to integrate." One of those students being Hazel Bryant, who was reportedly screaming at Eckford, "Go home, Negro, go back to Africa." After this happened, she received a lot of critical hate mail. Thus, her parents removed Hazel Bryant from the school. After this time, she felt guilty of her treatment of Eckford and had changed her mind on integration and attempted to apologize to her in 1964. They would not meet again until 1997, which commemorated the 40th anniversary of Central Little Rock High School's integration. During that time, they actually became friends. They would go to activities together and even did a few documentaries. This all ended in 1999 because, as Elizabeth Eckford would put it, Hazel Bryant wanted her to be able to move on from her past and basically wanted to not be responsible for the incident that happened on that day, and Elizabeth Eckford simply couldn't put this behind her. This has been One Mike Black History. I'm your host, Country Boy. And if you like to ask a question about Black history, you can...
So, she unfriended her?
He talks really fast.
Right.
Like, yeah. I guess so. I guess that's what happened.
Kind of sound like she unfriended her because I guess she wanted to let go of the past or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was talking hella fast though, like
yeah,
hella fast. He didn't get a chance to let you even think about
Soak
what's
it
going
in.
right. You feel me? Like that's crazy right there. But anyway, what you guys think about this, man? Racism created Black Democrats. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys thought about this one. You have anything you want to add besides how fast he was talking?
I just know it would have been hard to live in those times, in those days.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah. It's crazy because my mom was in them days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like she told me stories about, because she was living in Chattanooga, Tennessee, in the South.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And she recalls going to school, you know, being picked on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Can't walk on the same sidewalk or the same side of the street as a white girl, a white boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How the police used to always mess with them. You know, come to their mom and dad, her mom and dad house, and just go in there and just arrest them for no reason.
Really?
For no reason. You know, she said it was scary. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
at that time, you didn't have no voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever the white man said that you did, you did.
My mom, she lived in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me she didn't experience...
No?
She didn't experience racism.
That's good then. That's good.
Because
then.
I asked her, I said, so how was it in, you know, how was your growing up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you experience that? She said she didn't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She said she would go to like this little diner or bakery,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, my grandmother and grandfather, they didn't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, she would go to the bakery, and they knew my mom there,
Mm-hmm.
and they would give her like free pastry, and like she said, she didn't experience it.
That's crazy.
Right.
Especially
That's what I
Texas.
said.
Yeah.
I said or maybe she just don't remember, but she told me she didn't experience it. So,
I don't
or
know.
maybe she blocked it out.
Or maybe she blocked it out. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't really
When
like that in Wichita. Maybe it was certain spots in Texas or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know all down in Alabama, South Carolina, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? All those spots right there, for sure. Especially back in the day with my grandfather, like, yeah. He most definitely. He was born like in I want to say like 1920.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around in there, 1918, 1920. And it was nothing but that going on back then. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wish I could have asked my grandmother
yeah.
what she experienced.
Yeah. I mean, could you guys imagine, though, like, living in those times? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, just being a black man or a woman at that time and not having a voice at all.
Yeah.
Like, they can literally just point you out and say, oh, well, you did this crime, and you go to court and ain't nothing but all white jurors, white judges, white everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have no way out. You know you're going to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know you didn't do it. They know you didn't do it. They got to blame somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And who's to blame besides a black person? You might
And
blame
then
a black person.
watching documentaries of how people were being hosed
Yeah.
with, you know,
Yeah.
just...
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like you know, it's crazy.
But people are comparing the immigration to how you know, those those times were.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? I don't feel it's any comparison.
It's two different eras. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two different eras. Like you
and two different reasonings, because black people were really racially profiled,
right.
You know, really hated, and the immigration thing is happening because people are over here illegally.
Right.
It's not because you're hated, or
it's not because of your skin color.
Yeah.
Period. It's not because of your skin color. It's because you're
and it's happening not only to Hispanics. It's happening to other
illegals.
Yes.
Other illegal immigrants.
And that's what's so crazy. Like there's no comparison with what happened in those times.
None at all. Because like you said, we was hated on because of our skin color.
Right.
If you were black
and still experience it today in 2025.
Yeah. 100%.
There's still racist people.
100%. 100%.
Of all races, not just white people.
Right. Of all races.
And I don't know what your experiences are when we're not together, when we're out, when we go out, but I experience it a lot.
They say that Chinese people are just as racist as white people were back in the day. Now, though, you know what I'm saying? Against blacks. You feel me? So, I was watching this video. I ain't going to carry it on too long, but I was just watching this video the other day on YouTube, and this black man that lives in China now, learned their language fluently, Lord. Like, he speak it fluently. And he'll stop at certain spots and ask, how much is that? And some people be talking about him
in the background,
not knowing he understands the language. And then he starts talking the language fluently. They look at him like, eyes get big,
like, oh, you just heard what I said,
right? You know what I'm saying? And but they still look at him weird,
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Ask him, oh, where you from? What country you from? We never seen what they say? We never seen somebody from there that's so black and.
Right.
So dark skinned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
I'm grateful for who we are as people. People could have their opinion and say what they want to say, but I know I'm very open minded. I know when people are around me, I like to make people feel welcome. I don't care what race you are. Like, I love people. I do. Right. If the energy is off and you're disrespectful to me, I'm just gonna shy away from you.
If we was racist like that, I'm thinking about it. Our whole channel, when we did music reactions, was basically a white-based genre, pretty much, almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll, this, that, and the third. Like, so if we was racist in any kind of way, would we be even listening to that kind of music? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
would we be vibing to that kind of music? Will we be taking pictures out with some of our family members that be seeing this and they recognize us and things like that? Like, if you know us, you should already know there's not a racist bone in our body, period. Like, period. Like, I have friends from all walks of life.
I can't stand when people say that, though.
Say what? Like,
what you just said.
But
like,
what?
I have friends from all walks of life. I mean, it's true.
It's true.
But...
So how could I be racist?
No, I'm not saying you're racist.
I know that. I'm just saying, but how could somebody say that if we have friends from all walks of life? Like, I never looked at somebody for their color of their skin. I always looked at them for the integrity, the respect that they show, you know what I'm saying, the morals that they have, things like that. I never looked at somebody because their skin color was either lighter, darker than mine, or, whatever the case may be. Like, it just never... And like I said, I thank my mom and my grandfather for that because they never raised me that way.
Right.
And like I said, my grandfather lived through that time. My mom went through that time. They could have easily raised me in that kind of way.
Right, like stay away from...
Right. And this is what happened when white people do this. You know what I mean? But they never did that.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So I thank them for raising me the way they did to let me look
and you know what? I'm really offended about that comment.
Yeah.
I didn't see what it... I didn't read
it popped up on my phone. That's how I seen it.
That's so crazy.
It said Jay something. I was like, what? And I clicked on it. And I don't even read the comments like that no more, to be honest with you, because there's so much hatred that people be throwing out there. Like, I ain't even got time for the negativity. So,
right.
But that one just literally just popped
That's
up.
so crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, let's jump into the shout outs. We got my boy Jeff Frizz.
What's up, Jeff Frizz?
What's going on, Jeff, man? I ain't seen you in a long time, champ. You know what I mean? If you see this video, man, holler at your boy. Reach out.
Yes.
Let's link up. Do what we used to do back in the day in the Georgios, baby. You dig?
What y'all used to do?
Oh, we used to just chill, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about
You see how you y'all? See how you? Let's do what we used to do.
And Spunky62.
What's up, Spunky62?
Shout out to you, Spunky. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction, man. Thank you guys for always tuning in.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yes, we gotta go live. We gotta.
Let's try to go live this weekend.
We gotta catch up, y'all.
You feel me? You guys are the best on planet Earth.
Yes.
And that's spelled
on
with
planet who?
Earth.
Earth.
ERF. Earth.
Okay.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, make sure y'all keep God first.
Most importantly.
And when y'all be mentioning God and writing about God, make sure y'all capitalize the G for me, please. Because that really gets under my skin. I see people with the lowercase g. Like, I can't stand when people do that. I said that to this one person on Instagram one time in the comments, and he lit me up. What you on my page for? Da-da-da-da-da. Bro, all I'm doing is trying to correct you. That's all I'm trying to do. But anyway, we love you guys, man.
Yes, we do.
Peace and blessings.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.